Praise Pathways presents Understanding the Old Testament, a simple guide to Obadiah. In the heart of the Old Testament lies the book of Obadiah, the shortest yet intriguing book. We'll dive into its depth, not to get lost, but to find meaning in its simplicity. Obadiah is a prophet, a messenger of God. His name means servant of Yahweh, and he serves his purpose well, relaying God's message to the people of Edom, a nation descended from Esau, Jacob's brother. The book of Obadiah opens with God's declaration of judgment on Edom. Edom has wronged Israel, and God will not let this go unpunished. It's a reminder of the universal principle: actions have consequences. Edom's sin is their pride. They are a nation built in the mountains, almost unreachable, which has led them to believe they are untouchable. Obadiah's prophecy serves as a reality check, echoing the truth that no one is beyond God's reach. The Edomites have been unbrotherly to Israel, aiding their enemies and rejoicing in their downfall. This lack of compassion and empathy is viewed by God as treachery, and they are destined to face divine retribution. The day of the Lord is coming, Obadiah warns. This day will bring justice not just for Edom but for all nations. God is just, and he will judge all according to their actions. Obadiah then switches to a more hopeful note. Even amidst the gloom of judgment, there's a promise of restoration for Israel. God will restore them to their rightful place, a beacon of hope in the face of despair. God's promise is not just for restoration, but for ownership. Israel will possess their possessions, and this includes the lands of their enemies. This promise reiterates God's commitment to his chosen people. The prophecy concludes with a promise of God's kingdom. A kingdom where righteousness rules, and the wicked are no more. This kingdom will be established on Mount Zion, symbolizing God's presence and protection. In the book of Obadiah, we see God's dual character, a just judge and a forgiving father. He punishes the wicked but restores those who turn to him. It's a reflection of his ultimate plan for humanity. We see a parallel in Obadiah's message to our lives today. The pride of the Edomites is a warning to all of us. It reminds us of the dangers of arrogance and the importance of humility. Obadiah also emphasizes on brotherhood and unity. Edom's downfall came because they lacked empathy. It's a lesson for us to stand together, especially during tough times. The day of the Lord serves as a reminder of God's ultimate justice. It reassures us that no wrong will go unpunished. But it also calls us to self-examine our actions and attitudes. The promise of restoration gives us hope. Despite our failures, God is willing to restore us. It's a testament to his unconditional love and grace. God's kingdom, as described by Obadiah, is not just a physical realm. It's a spiritual reality that we're invited to partake in, where righteousness is the norm, not the exception. Obadiah's book may be short, but its message is profound. It's a call to humility, compassion, justice, and hope, fundamentals we need in our world today. So, let's embrace the message of Obadiah. Let's strive to be humble, compassionate, and hopeful, trusting in God's justice and his promises of restoration. As we conclude, remember that the Old Testament, despite its complexity, is a treasure trove of wisdom. And in the book of Obadiah, we find a guide to living a righteous life that pleases God and benefits humanity. Thank you for joining this simplified journey into Obadiah. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we continue our exploration into the Old Testament with the book of Jonah. If you believe in the positive impact we're striving for, share this video with friends, family, or anyone you think might resonate with our message. Let's grow this community together.